Hi. Before this video starts, I wanted to say this game is specifically stated to be 18 plus. Like, if you go into the game, first thing you're gonna see is that you should not be playing this game if you're a child. And while I'm going to edit out anything inappropriate to the best of my abilities, I still don't want any children watching this video. So, click off now. I made this video, like, last year when the game came out. So I'm going to be speaking in the video very much in the context of that, of the game being brand new. I didn't really know anything about the game other than what everyone else knew during the time. Also, I'm sorry about the country accent. It's really bad. Anyway, here's the video. I'm so fucking ready for this game. I don't even know what to say. I have been waiting way too long for this game to come out. I'm so happy. But let's start. Oh my god. Basil. This game contains shit. Yeah. I am ready. The torrential downpour seemed to come out of nowhere. It was even cloudy when I left. I stood under an awning and watched the wall of grapes solidify with a sigh. My attention was coaxed to a warm yellow light coming from behind me. Some kind of pub? Okay, we don't start in our apartment this time. That's awesome. Never seen it before, yet somehow it felt nostalgic. I gave up on the idea of getting home soon and opened the door. Okay, this makes a lot more sense. You can right click. I know how to fucking play the game. It's fine. The sound of relaxed chatting and clinking glasses drew me in. I sat down at a small table and breathed in the scent of cheap liquor and damp wood. Oh, my baby girl. I can't do a German accent. So, because I cannot do a German accent for the life of me, I will just do a country one, because fuck that shit. Well, I've never seen you before. My attention snapped up to a man sitting at my table across from me. Are you waiting for someone? I'm gonna save here, because this is the first. Yeah, I think I was waiting for you. I know if I flirt with him, it's gonna go bad. But I'm gonna flirt with him anyway. Oh ho. You're so charming. I got a bit ahead of myself. My name is Strade. What about you? Let's be a little shy. I'm glad you came in here. I was just thinking to myself how I wanted someone to talk to. Noticed that he had a light European accent of some kind. Please, let me get you a beer. He lifted in his chair, seeming as if he wasn't going to wait for an answer. Oh, I'm good actually, no. Okay, I'll just get one for myself. Well, actually, I kind of want to go the route where, like, we make him really like us. Like, probably the easiest ending to get, probably. Really thanks. Grinned as he got up. I watched as he sauntered towards the bar. I left out a short sigh and took a look back at the windows. Still raining, maybe even worse than before. My mind wandered. What am I doing here? Suddenly, Strade was back. God, the art looks so good now. He set the 2 drinks on the table as he sat down. This is probably drugged. This is my favorite bar. It's a good place for conversation, don't you think? I looked around at the patrons, nearly all sipping beverages. He was right, everyone was talking. Among the murmurs, a few excited exclamations about the weather. I took a sip of my beer and he did the same. Since I've never seen you before, in here before, I assume you weren't on your way to the bar. Did you come from work? I mean, the thing that makes us a better target is if we, like, there's not people that know that we, like, left anywhere. People that aren't gonna know I came to this bar, and that aren't gonna know that I even left. So if no one knows that I even left, that makes me a better target. So I'm gonna say this, so no one's gonna ever expect me to come here. Oh, I see. I suppose that didn't really work out. Well, hopefully the rain clears up soon. Although in the meantime, I'd love to hear a little more. I adjusted my posture and looked back at him. I guess the time will pass faster if I talk a bit. He hesitantly told me about my day. I hesitantly told him about my day so far. My beer disappeared as I kept talking, swigs to fill awkward silence. Or taking swigs. He's not even drinking. And then, I ended up here. So you have. I suppose your bad luck is my good luck. You've been fascinating so far. He chuckled, seeming totally pleased with the situation. Hey, let me get you another drink. Flirt. Ha! Well, I admit, I'd love to keep chatting. If it costs me a few beers, then I will happily pay. I know for a fact he's drugging these beers, and I know for a fact that he's actually trying to get us drunk. He slid it over to me and took another sip of his own. He leaned back for a moment, looking behind me with a whistle. Rain's coming down like crazy. I suppose I haven't told you anything about myself yet. He stopped to consider for a moment. Well, these days when I'm not hanging around here, I'm usually working on a odd project. I started studying engineering in Europe, then moved here. I went to a university a few provinces away to continue with that. Yeah, I think this game takes place in Canada, because I'm pretty sure Gato Bob is Canadian. But mortgages are cheaper here. I raised my eyebrow. I do want to ask about the odd project. I want to ask about all of these. Oh, sure, yeah. Mostly hobby projects, machines. Although I also repair things for my neighbors. You can always come to me if you need a lawnmower fix. And I suppose I'm lucky too. I managed to secure a few patents that are still paying royalties. More income means more beer for my new friend. That's a deep laugh. He seemed to really be enjoying himself. I can't fucking speak, apparently. He went on to gleefully explain a few engineering concepts. Despite the fact that a lot of concepts went over my head, his excitement in explaining them was infectious. I looked down at my empty beer. Have we really been chatting for so long? Let me freshen you up. I'll do the polite one. He left and returned with another glistening mug. I could still hear the rain hammering at the roof of the building, but it didn't bother me like before. I quote, this really isn't so bad. The time seemed to slip by, and an hour passed in a blink as Strade kept bringing me new drinks whenever I ran dry. I found myself listening to him and talking about myself with a new sense of ease. Whenever I cracked a joke, he laughed heartedly. As he kept chatting away happily, I leaned in. There's something attractive about him. I let myself lose track of time. Drowsiness softened my thoughts. I slumped back into my chair. You're starting to look a bit tired, buddy. I yawned in reply. It's this bar. It's making me feel sleepy. You're right. And I guess we've been at it for quite a while. Looked over my shoulder and he looked over my shoulder and clicked his tongue in disapproval. The rain hasn't slowed down a bit. I looked behind me to see the wall of water past the window myself. I guess we'll just have to get you home anyway. Oh yeah, it's getting late. As I stood up, the blood seemed to rush out of my head. I steadied myself on the table. Had a bit too much to drink. He laughed warmly. Certainly can't leave like that. Don't worry, I can drive. Squinted at the table. He barely touched his beer. The bar is much quieter now. I really lost track of time. We walked past the last few patrons and pushed through the door. As it shut behind us, the soothing sound of the bar was abruptly silenced, and we were left alone in the dark with the roaring rain. I parked just over here. His arm wrapped around my shoulders. Before I could protest, I was pushed into the sheet of falling water. The sudden splash of cold water on my face wasn't enough to sober me up. I stumbled and his grip tightened. His firm embrace was the only thing keeping me upright as we walked forward. I cursed myself for drinking so much. This is a little embarrassing. Which way are we going? It's hard to see in the dark. Okay. Man, we're already fucked up on alcohol. I don't think you need to slam our face into a brick wall. Suddenly, a brick wall emerged from the murk and slammed into my face. Strade's weight followed and ground me against the rough surface. Whoa, aren't we moving a little fast? I could feel his laugh shake my body in reply. I can't help myself. He shuffled for a moment, then wrenched my wrist together behind me. The sound of his zip tie closing sent a deep chill down my spine. I tried to pull my wrists away from his grip, but another tightened them. Come on, relax. His hand slid over my mouth. It's time for you to come home. I'm gonna do as he says, probably. It's too heavy, and I'm too drunk to even walk straight. I'm better off saving my energy. I relaxed my body against him, trying to show him that I wasn't going to resist. There you go. A thick piece of fabric was pulled around my mouth, tightened, and tied quickly behind my head. I just dropped something. Here we go. Oh, I dropped it again. And another blindfold. I tried to quell a sense of rising panic. He gripped my shoulder again and started pushing me along. I can't see, I can't scream. My mind raced, hoping that someone would see what was happening. But the pounding rain on my head washed that thought away. Of course, everyone is inside. I stumbled forward, blind and completely helpless. Until we finally stopped, maybe just half a block away. A beep and a click. No. I was pushed forward until I fell over the bumper of the car. Come on now. Another shove and a lift, and I was inside what I was sure was a trunk. See you at home, buddy. The trunk slammed shut. I'm so good at reading. Some insane part of my mind felt like it was worth focusing on being warm and out of the rain. The sound of the engine brought me back to reality. I tried to kick at the trunk, but nothing gave at all. My feet hurt. My head's hurt. My head. I don't think I have multiple heads. Realistically, if you're in this scenario, you should punch the backlights out of the car and then wave your hand out so people can see. But yeah, I don't think our character is smart enough to know that. And even then, there's always the chance no one sees. Or they do see and they just don't care. I squeezed my eyes shut and I tried to stay calm as I was rocked back and forth by the car's movement. I couldn't tell if it was my panic playing with my sense of time or not, but the drive seemed to take forever. Eventually, I heard the pop of the driver's door opening. My heart started hammering again. A click and a whoosh of air told me the trunk was open. Oh, look at you. You're so cute like that. I tried to protest, but the fabric gag muffled anything I could possibly say. Also, our hands are kind of, tied up. But still, there could have been a possibility we could punch the light out. It'd just be really hard. Hands clamped around my shoulders and pulled me out of the trunk. I wobbled, trying to stand. He steadied me. Come on, just a bit further. He sounded excited, like I was blindfolded because he was going to surprise me with a gift. He guided me firmly across the floor. It was warm, quiet, no rain. This must be a garage. I felt myself pushed through the threshold of a door. Okay, be careful here. These are stairs. Damn. I pitched a toe forward until the ground disappeared. Fear pulsed through me. Would he lie? What if it's just drops? He forced me forward until I had to find the next stairs to steady myself. My half-whimper, half-sigh of relief was muffled by the gag. I continued my forced march down the stairs as I considered my position. If that was a garage, this must be a basement. I lurched forward. There was no next step. I'd reached the bottom. He pushed me further, just a few steps, and then stopped. Is this it? Is he going to kill me now? He clicked his tongue. You're soaked. He was right. I was shivering. Just a second. I don't know what he expected me to do other than wait. I can't even see. I focused on the sound of a drawer being rifled through. Then, I froze as a sharp point pressed lightly under my chin. This is a knife. I'm gonna cut your clothes off. Let him do it. I gulped and stood still. What else can I do? Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt you yet. I'm just getting those wet clothes off you. The word yet was echoing in my head as I heard a swift rip of fabric. I gasped involuntarily as my wet clothes was peeled away from me. Soon I was standing there in nothing but my underwear. My arms were bound. I couldn't even cover myself. No need to be shy here. By the time we're done, you won't be worried about that at all. I wanted to argue, but two heavy hands gripping my shoulders cut off my train of thought. Also, I'm pretty sure we're still gagged. Are we? Or did he take it out? I can't remember. Sit. They pushed me down with the command. Sit down on the floor. Let him guide me to the floor. My arms rubbed against a metal pole. Just relax. His voice was coming from behind me now. The zip ties holding my wrists together were sliced away. Before I could comprehend my freedom, I was frozen by the characteristic rip of duct tape. My arms were pulled tight behind me and bound against the pole. Or around. The cloth in my mouth was pulled away. Oh. Oh, he never took it out. So there literally was nothing I could say. Then the blindfold was finally lifted from my face. God, this looks better than the old one. Comfy. Yes? Really? Well, I'm glad. Anyway, now you're dry so you won't freeze. I want you to be... I don't think I know what that says. Listen, I don't know German. Properly awake tomorrow. Tomorrow? What do you mean tomorrow? I admit I'm very excited to get started, but it's a bit late and I want to be properly awake too. So get some sleep. Wait. Why? Why me? Why are you doing this? And did I do something to you? You made me excited. I want to get to know you. The real you. So rest, we'll talk again tomorrow. Watch him bound up the stairs, whistling happily. A heavy sound of a door closing seemed to jumpstart my panic. He's really just leaving me down here? I twisted my wrists and pulled at the bindings. I can't. I tried to calm down. I started examining the space around me. Seems like a mostly regular basement. Although a few tools sent a shiver up my spine. Muffled talking caught my attention. Huh? It was him, I could tell, but Who's he talking to? I could hardly hear, but it sounded like another man. I don't think that's a good idea. But I will save here. But I'm kind of tempted to. See what happens. Hey. Help me, he's crazy, he's gonna kill me, please. They heard me. He started talking again. Whoever he's talking to, I don't think they're gonna help me. There's no point in fighting anymore. If I sleep, maybe I'll have enough energy to try and escape tomorrow. If someone like me could ever escape. I shook the thought from my mind. I have to try. Fear finally started giving away to exhaustion. I slowly drifted into a restless sleep. Sleep. Something was nudging me. Good morning. God, this guy's hairy. Hey. Are you awake? My memory fled back to me, bringing fresh panic in its wake. You're very cute when you sleep, you know. Thanks. Look at his teeth. Damn. I thought coming down the stairs would wake you up. No, this can't be real. You might have slept better than me, actually. I was so excited to play with you, I couldn't rest. But now we can finally get started. Held up a gleaming knife. I thought about all the things I could... Oh, fuck. I thought about all the things I could do. I don't think my character can do anything. I don't know why I read it in that voice. Oh, my sanity's already fucked up. But I think we should start simple. Move close to me. Instinctively shuffled away. Trying in vain to get away from him. A hand cut my face. Where should we start? Your legs look soft. I couldn't think, I just stared at the knife as he lowered it to my exposed skin. His grip on my face tightened. Don't worry, I'll make sure to go slow. Yeah! He dragged the blade across my skin slowly as he promised. What the fuck? Is that all you got? I think I'll beg. Please stop. But we're just getting started. Shifted his weight. Brother. Seeming to renew his excitement. His hand finally left my face as he steadied himself. Sorry, I gave Strade the same voice I give the main character of Nekopara. So when I see like this kind of dialogue, I want to do Strade's voice like automatically. Expect me to just accidentally start reading shit in Strade's voice. His hand finally left my face as he steadied himself. He moved the knife edge against my skin next to the original cut. I stifled a yelp as the edge tore my skin apart. Ouchie. He increased the pressure and the speed. My blood clung to the edge of the knife in his shaking hand. I glanced back up to him and realized he was still watching me. Had he looked down at all? I cried as a deep gash was slashed into my leg. I knew it. I knew you would be good. I could tell. His free hand slid over my thigh and roughly teased my fresh open wounds. Show me more. I positioned the tip of the knife to point straight down into my thigh. I'll do anything you want. Really? Of course. He took a moment to think. If I give you this night, will you cut night? It's the wrong night. It's Deltarune. Will you cut yourself for me? I can do that. Don't worry, I won't make you. I didn't have time to react. What the fuck? Oh, I thought that said I can do that. Okay, I'll do it. I can at least try and make it hurt less. Alright, let's see what you can do. Got up and moved behind me. I stiffened as I felt his knife slipped between my wrists. Yep, show me. He flipped the knife in his hand and held the handle out to me. I took it slowly. My mind was racing. My hands are free. I have the knife. Cut yourself anywhere you like. I'm gonna assume this is gonna go the same way it does in the original, so I'm gonna obey. Then again, I remember Gato Bob said in the stream where she plays the original that Strade isn't really the kind to punish because he just doesn't give a fuck. So I don't think this would kill me, but I don't think it would go well. So I'll obey. He held the knife gingerly and looked down at my bleeding leg. So I guess I'm just a black blob. I'll just do it fast. I positioned the knife over my other thigh. I took a deep breath and steadied my shaking hand. I slashed in an exaggerated motion. I looked down and saw a thin red line blossom. Ha! Come on now, you know that wasn't a real one. I bit my lip. I knew that wouldn't be good enough. I moved the knife back to its original position and sliced quickly, wincing at the fresh spark of pain. Good, that was good. He's breathing pretty hard. Let's have one more. Try a little deeper. Deeper? I guess it wasn't so hard. Oh god. I held it point down over my thigh. This is what he wanted, right? Just get it over with. Ouchie. Look at you. I shakily pulled the knife from my flesh. A surge of blood followed the blade. You did wonderfully. Let's put you back on the pole. Watch the blood gush from my body. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me like this. Slowly. It's going to hurt. What if... What the fuck? Forget about it. No! I mean, I'll save. So I can do it later. But no. No, that's crazy. I have to survive this. I just need to wait for my chance. I felt the knife slip from my hands. And then my arms were pulled back behind me and bound with new tape. Now, where were we? Saw the flash of the knife. I dropped, but there was no time to react. What the fuck? I slumped over my mangled lap. I didn't know we were gonna keep going. My heart was pounding, spilling my blood out onto the stained floor. Another rhythm crept into my consciousness. He was panting. His fingers moved toward the hilt of the knife, still lodged in my body. That's too deep, isn't it? I went too far. I knew I would go too far. His other hand tightened around the grip. Screamed as he jerked the knife, twisting it slightly. It's too much. I know. What the hell is he talking about? The agony in my leg consumed me. His confusing self-argument was more than I could process. He started to pull the knife out of me. I groaned as the serrated edges of the knife tore at my mutilated flesh. I tried to breathe slowly to adjust to the pain. He kept pulling out the knife slowly, agonizingly. God. He matched his breathing to mine, his breaths growing deeper as well. Finally, the tip of the knife emerged from the bloody pulp. He breathed out a sigh as it had come out of his own leg. As if it had gone... Yeah. I remained frozen, worried that any sound or motions would get him going again. Eventually, his breathing relaxed. You're bleeding a lot. His fingers hovered over the wounds he created. Too much. His hand balled into a fist, withdrawn in chastity rather than violence. I do remember Gato Bob mentioned this in that stream, that his problem was that he gets too carried away, and that's how people die. Which is also why it's uncharacteristic for him to, like, punish the player. Unless it's maybe for Fox. Ow. Let out a breath and stood up. My body finally released a fraction of the tension it was holding. Do you want me to stitch you up? No, please don't. Yes, say nothing. I'll say yes. Oh, my phone went off. Oh my god, it's just the fucking, Papa V Perpetua fucking Goldbanger's ball thing. I really don't give a fuck. I have like 3 Twitter accounts, and all 3 of them are following the Ghost account. So anytime Ghost posts something, I get 3 notifications about it. You know it will hurt, don't you? But you know you need to stop bleeding too. You're a tough one, survivor. Very interesting. Well, let's fix you up then. He turned together a medical kit and bottle from the cabinets behind him. He sat down and placed the objects on the ground. I remember I kept seeing this art on Pinterest. I've seen a lot of leaks. As he picked through it, it was a bit surprising to see how clean everything looked. Individually, he did shit. I don't know. He's moving really slowly. Tore my gaze away from the needle and found my answer. He was staring at me again. You're sweating. I instinctively examined him in return. So are you. He lowered the needle to my torn up thighs. I twitched reflexively, anticipating pain. He lowered his knee over mine and held down my other leg firmly. He brushed the needle over the largest gaping wound. I twitched again, but his body kept mine restrained. He clicked his tongue appreciatively. This will hurt. Before I could react, the needle shot through my ruined skin. Gasp of surprise devolved into a groan of pain. He pushed the needle through the other side of the wound, eliciting a fresh cry. His concentration didn't waver. He kept moving the needle. In. I squirmed. Out. I screamed. He was moving faster. I couldn't keep track anymore. Why? He pulled the strings smoothly and tied them with mechanical precision. This hurts my throat. Why is he moving so quickly? Is this mercy? Through waves of pain, I tried to concentrate on his face. No, it's not mercy. This is obsession. He can't stop. I didn't think he could even slow down. I tried to relax as he finished. Eventually, he paused, scanning my leg. I finally lowered my gaze and held in a gasp. I was about to say, that looks pretty good. They're perfect. The length of the cut strings, the distance between the stitches. Something about the unwavering uniformity made me feel uneasy. He was panting and sweating. Brother got hard from fucking sewing up wounds. What do you think? Mein Liebchen? I don't know. Of my stab wounds? What did you call me? I kind of want to know what he says. I'm gonna save just in case. And say that. What did you call me? Oh, mein Liebchen? It's just a nickname. Cute name. Blush. Oh. I lost my train of thought. Why would he call me that? Anyway, we still have one more thing to do. I'm kind of curious what it actually means. I balked at the idea of more torture. I want to go back. Sorry, I meant to load. And try. They're perfect. Let out a genuine laugh. I wasn't sure if he picked up on the incredulous tone. Well, I had an inspiring canvas. Anyway, we still have one more thing to do. Okay. Which one do I like more? Of my stab wounds? I do like that one, but I'm not gonna say that. Need to clean you up. Let out a small sigh of relief. It would be no good if you got infected. I stared down at the freshly stitched bloody... Fuck. Oh my god. I looked down at my freshly stitched bloody thighs. Thank you. The angry blush of bruising was already spreading out from the wounds. He opened another packet from his medical kit. It had a wipe inside. This will sting a bit. His voice is super raspy and it's fucking annoying because it hurts my throat. But I can't switch to a German accent because I don't know how to do that.
And also, it'd make no sense if I brought him up here. Because for some reason that's easier on my voice, but it gives me a migraine.
Voice acting sucks. I sucked in a breath, prepared for the worst. Yet he moved fairly gently. He rubbed the wipe over my leg, carefully cleaning the blood. It did sting a bit, near the cuts, but certainly not as bad as anything I just endured. I gasped as his hand dipped between my... Okay. There's blood here, too. Yeah, bitch, I'm on my period. He seemed to enjoy my reaction. I tried not to think too hard about it. There. Mostly clean. Mostly. That sounded nothing like this voice. I hate voice acting. He grabbed the bottle beside the kit. This will sting a lot. He opened the bottle and immediately poured it. Ouchie. Alcohol. Should be nice and clean now. I felt my body slumping forward, pulling at the bonds on my wrist. I could hardly feel them. Feeling a bit worn out. God, the first day is a lot longer. Or technically this is the second day. But either way, this is definitely a lot longer than the original. Now the pain was starting to dull. My head was starting to feel heavy. I couldn't think of a response, but it didn't seem like he was expecting one. He kept my face in his hands. Obviously. His hand was rough but warm. My skin melted into his palm. My mind melted into his mind. Oh, that's a really interesting line. I actually like that line. Suddenly, my pain was so much further away. I can see why you might be tired after all that. I was a little bit, extreme. But you're very exciting. I sank into the buzzing den. His words were background noise. I'm so glad I brought you home. I feel like I'm getting to know you very well. But as much as I want to push you to the edge, I want to make this last. So I'll let you rest. We'll hold time for all that later. He stood up straight in a motion to leave. Don't leave me. Oh. Are you scared to be lonely? Shrank back into the pool. Couldn't stop my outburst. I barely understood it. Don't worry, Basil. Just rest and I'll be back to play with you again. So glad I did not bring my boyfriend into this, because originally I was going to play the game with him, but then he had to leave Cole. And I didn't want to call him again because it's probably late over there. That probably would have been funny. I'll force him to play it with me later. I promise. He finally turned to walk away as I wallowed in my pain and embarrassment. The stairs creaked as he thumped casually up to the door. With a heavy thud, I knew I was alone again. My head was swimming. I couldn't concentrate. I'm not doing good. Sorry. My, every little sound seemed to pierce my skull. The pain in my legs was a dull throb. I tried to consider my options. I'm gonna cut past me off right there. So, the original video was like 4 hours long, so every single part of this series is going to be kind of cut off very abruptly seeming. I'm gonna try and make it make as much sense as possible where it cuts off, but like most of it is going to be kind of weird places. This video is a bit different than what I usually do on this channel. It's usually either, if I'm playing a game, it's usually group stuff, and everything else is usually some kind of voice acting video. Especially the kind of game I'm playing is a bit different than what I usually do, because so far everything I kind of have on here caters more to a male audience. While this game doesn't specifically cater to female, it definitely has a bigger female audience than anything else that has to do with the channel. So I'm kind of trying to broaden my horizons. If you're interested in more, subscribe. Maybe if you want more gameplay, I have like 2 gameplay videos on this channel. Might be worth checking them out. I know my voice acting in this video is really bad, but I promise I have better voice acting in other videos, and I'd really suggest you check those out. Thank you. Goodbye.